Very good morning to one and all. Great to have you with us here. Great to have you watching on CTV Sports. Welcome to the Grand Champions Cup 2026. We have a young squad of New Zealand players who are very fortunate on this Saturday morning to be playing with some of the World Polo League superstars. Before we get to the introduction of the players, we are of course going to have the national anthem. So I'd like everybody please to be upstanding for the national anthem of New Zealand. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful national anthem. And now, of course, our very own Mr. Tom Blake for the American national anthem. Good morning to you, Mr. Blake.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, a round of applause for both national anthems. And now, without any further ado, let me introduce you to the two teams that are playing for the Grand Champions Cup 2026. We're going to start from left to right. Two very talented young players from New Zealand, both scoring yesterday. We're going to start with the number one. Please welcome Max Parrott. Good morning, Max. There he is. And we're going to go over to number two, the young man from South Africa, Sugar Erskine. Good morning, Sugar. And at number three, another Max from New Zealand. Please give it up for Mr. Max Dormer, also being very successful yesterday. And then, of course, with the number 4 in his shirt, a 7-goal handicap, Santi Tocolino. That is a Grand Champions Polo Club, and now the Polo All Blacks, as they would like to be called, of course, a reference to the New Zealand All Blacks rugby team. We're going to start off with the number 2. Please welcome from New Zealand, Will Seavill. Good morning, Will. At number 3, from the Argentine, just coming off a practice game, please welcome Alejandro Revijo Estrada. And then we have two gentlemen sharing the number 4 shirt. We're going to start, of course, with another superstar from New Zealand playing off one goes, Hagen Thompson. Come on, Hagen. There he is with the number 4. And then, of course, our very own Mr. Jason Crowder, the 5-goaler, making up the Polo All Blacks here as the opposition for Grand Champions Polo Club. They, of course, in the turquoise and white. Your umpire this morning is Santos Anka. Good morning to you, sir. We're going to be playing 4 chuckers. Good morning also to Jen McKeely from the PTF. Remember, we had the for Holden International yesterday as part of the PTF program. And away we go. And having spoken to one or two of the parents that are here, of course, with some of our players from New Zealand, very, very excited for this game. Have never played a game at this level, so an absolute pleasure, I'm sure, and something that these young players of their lives. This is where memories and special moments are created. Champions are born at Grand Champions Polo Club. Let's see who's going to get off to the better start. It looks like we could have Max Parrott over there on the far side, but he gets taken out of the equation straight away by Alejandro Revijo Estrada. Sends that ball over to the boards. Picked up now by Crowder. Crowder will send it up to the front door, looking for Thompson. And Thompson just beaten to it there by Grand Champions Polo Club player with the number 3 on his shirt, Max Dormer. Remember, he picked up a very good goal yesterday. And it's nice to see the two Maxes playing with each other. Alejandro Revijo Estrada picking up the pace here a little bit. We'll try and put that one through, just going slightly wide on the far post there. So the first shot on goal by the Polo All Blacks just goes wide. Knock in coming for Grand Champions Polo Club. And let's see if they can run this one all the way upfield. The pass coming there from Santi Tocolino. Alejandro gets a piece of it, sends it back. Now then, maybe Sugar Erskine, he's going to be the first man on that ball, the young South African. Nice little drive, gets it over the halfway line, pass not quite. Yes, it is. Nicely played, and this is what we like here at Grand Champions Polo Club. The one-touch polo, bit of a bouncing ball, but that rotation working really well, and it could be Santi Toccolino to pick up the first score here for Grand Champions Polo Club. On the turn, lost control, and of course Alejandro Navijo Estrada will be right there. That's coming straight into your living room. Little backhand shot there from Toccolino, looking for his number 3, Dormer. Beg your pardon, his number 1, Max Parrott. Dormer just slightly tucks in behind. Back to the number 3 in the black shirts, Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Sends it down the boards. Perfect pass. Crowder comes in, says, move up, the ball be coming. Here we go, wait for it. There's the pass from Crowder. Into the danger zone. Let's see if Will Seville can pick this one up. Overridden, left behind. And Grand Champions with Santi Toccolino have possession one more time. Well, there's a young player here on this grey man making his way up the field. That's Max Parrott. Is that ball going to get to him? It does, but Alejandro also read it very well. Will stop and turn. Still Navijo Estrada. Little chip shot there. Back up to Hagen Thompson. Nicely done into the midfield area. Thompson, good first touch from him. He's got Crowder ahead of him. And at the front, he's got Will Seville waiting for that pass. Nice little pickup. Still Thompson, working it well. Tries to keep the ball in play. And I think that ball, or that whistle rather, would suggest a courtesy change. Indeed, that's what I thought. They've been running and gunning for the better part of 4 minutes now. We're going to have a very, very short break. Players should not be much longer than 45 seconds to a minute. So stay with us. We'll be right back here for the remaining 2:56 in our first chukker of this, the Grand Champions Cup 2026. Let me know when I'm back on. Okay, I'm ready when you are. Well, like I told you, less than a minute, the boys are straight back out here. Field number 3, Grand Champions Polo Club. A very good morning to you on this Easter Saturday. And on that note, of course, happy Easter to one and all. Great to have you with us, CTV Sports. We're coming to you live from, as I said, Grand Champions Polo Club Field number 3. The Grand Champions Cup 2026 is what we're playing for. In the white shirts, or the turquoise and white shirts, we've got Grand Champions Polo Club with Max Parrott, Max Dormer. And on that note, I'd like to welcome Max's mum, the lovely Emma's also here, making her way all the way from New Zealand to be with a young lad. And Sugar Erskine, the number 2 player there, the 6-goaler from South Africa, and Santiago Toccolino, the 7-goaler, making up Grand Champions Polo Club, who, as I say, are playing in the turquoise and white. And then the Polo All Blacks, a reference, of course, to the New Zealand All Black rugby team. For many, still the best in the world. We've got Will Seville at number 2, and then we've got Alejandro Navijo Estrada at number 3, and then Hagen Thompson at number 4, as well as Jason Crowder. So don't be confused by the fact that we've got 2 number 4s on that team. Rest assured, both will know exactly what position they need to play. Remember, the number 4 is always the defender, the man responsible for not only defending but also sending those balls up to midfield to the attacking players. Nice little run here now by Alejandro Navijo Estrada, avoiding all the traffic, loses the ball. In comes the number 3, Dormer. Well, that old rule goes, of course, anywhere in the world, if you snooze, you lose. You've got to be quick, especially when you're playing with some of these high goal players. Once again, on the move. And that looks like it could be goal number 1 for Santiago Tocolinas. The Grand Champions Polo Club pick up the first score of the match with a little over a minute remaining here in the first of our 4 chukkers. Nicely done. A little bit of a mistake there by Alejandro Navijo Estrada. He did all the hard work. He found the little gap to try and get away from the crowd. And then loses the ball. And Tocolina, of course, very quickly on that play, and making no mistake, picking up goal number 1 here for Grand Champions Polo Club. Now then, he wants to redeem himself, of course, winning the throw-in. Alejandro Navijo Estrada, he's got a man on in the form of Tocolino as he put it through. Well, based on the fact that they're all coming back to the halfway line, it was a low ball. That will bring us to the end of chukka number 1. A little round of applause, if I may ask. And we have a nice crowd here this morning. Thank you very much. We're going to have a very short break. Stay with us. Chukka number 2 of the Grand Champions Cup coming up in just a few moments. We are back and we are live and we're grateful to have you with us here on this beautiful Saturday morning. We had a bit of a cloudy start to the day, but those clouds seem to be burning away by the sunshine. Welcome once again to the Grand Champions Cup 2026. We've got Grand Champions Polo Club in the white playing against the Polo All Blacks from New Zealand. At least 50% of that team on both sides, of course, are from New Zealand. We've had a goal so far in the opening chukka, one from Santiago Tocolino and one from Alejandro Navijo Estrada. You are joining us at the start here of chukka number 2. Ball's just been thrown in, and it's Mr. Jason Crowder, who is just going to make it look so easy. Crowder, here comes the finishing shot, a little under the neck. And waiting just for verification or confirmation of the umpire, but I think that went out on the far post. So no score on that first run by the Polo All Blacks. Here we go, the knock-in coming, and every knock-in will be coming from Santi Tocolino. Alejandro just getting there a little bit ahead of Max Parrott. The backhand shot, nicely done. Crowder overrides, leaves it now for Will. Will Seville tried to put that one up into the danger zone with a cut shot. Nice control here by Hagen Thompson as they turn it. It'll be Sugar to turn things around very nicely here for Grand Champions Polo Club. Little pick up there on the near side. Broken play, and it'll be Tocolino, the first man, to retrieve possession. That's a very, very nice pass up to the front door. And unfortunately there for the number 2, Sugar Erskine, as much as it looked perfect, he did come across that right of way. And that, of course, is the golden rule in polo. You cannot come across that right of way. And the lesser angle very much in favour for the opposition there. So a little unlucky there for Sugar to get caught out. And as a result, a hit from the spot, a penalty at 5A in favour of the Polo All Blacks. Quickly taken by Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Long drive over to the far side, looking for Will Seville. Now let's see if he can run with this one. Good first touch here from Will as he opens up that pony. And the second also very good on the approach. Now the finishing touch for the young man from New Zealand. A little unlucky there. Tocolino came in. And we have a late whistle. A late whistle. Let's see what Santos Anchor, the mounted official, will make of that. Let's have a look at the clock. 4.5. A little over 4.5 on the clock. A little bit too early for a courtesy change. I think the ball might have just gone out of bounds. So a knock-in. Well, we'll come back to you on that. Here we go then. Grand Champions Polo Club with a hit from the spot. Oh, that's a nice pass. A very nice ball here from the number 3, from Max Dormer. Plays it up to the front door. Max Parrott for the under the neck shot. Little unlucky. I think it deflected. He got a piece of it, just not enough. But what a great pass there from Max Dormer. And it did. Well, we're waiting for confirmation. They're coming back to the... Yeah, they came. It must have gone through as they make their way back to the halfway line. And we're going to go for our courtesy change. So stay with us. We're going to have a very short break. I shall just verify who scored that last goal. So it was the number 3. So it was indeed Max Dormer. Thank you very much. So Max Dormer, after a very nice ball, just getting away with it there and putting up goal number 2 for Grand Champions Polo Club, who with that goal, of course, take the lead. 3:41 on the clock, 2-1. Let's see how the Polo All Blacks react to the current scoreline. But if we compare to the way they played yesterday, a lot more confidence now from these youngsters, all around about the 16, 17 years of age. And I'm very delighted to have Emma Dormer here next to me. Good morning, Emma. Just a couple of words from you. What's it like for the whole team? What's the vibe being here and being able to play with these superstars?
A real privilege. The Ganseys have been absolutely amazing, lending us horses and houses, and we've just had the best time. And today just is the icing on the cake.
Well, thank you very much. And we wish you and your boys all the very best of luck. And yes, of course, Melissa Gansey, a big supporter in any shape, way or form, of course, for anything to do with the PTF, ladies polo, youngster polo, and to be able to play alongside some of these world-class superstars like Alejandro Navijo Estrada, Jason Crowder, Sugar Erskine, Santi Tocolino is, of course, a dream come true for many of these youngsters. Max Parrott, Max Dormer playing together, and I'm pretty sure we will see a lot more of these youngsters in the future, hopefully playing all over the world. Now we're all back complete, all 8 players on the field, ball thrown back into play, picked up by Santi Tocolino. And Tocolino will maybe drive this one all the way up to the front door where Max Parrott might be waiting. Well, he isn't, but there's another Max Dormer trying to get that one through. It just didn't quite get through to Parrott. And that will mean the Polo All Blacks will have possession. Plays it out to the boards. Very nice pass there from Navijo Estrada, looking for and finding. Well, he did for a brief moment, Will Seville. A little bit of a congestion going on the boards here. Back to Max Parrott, trying to open things up nicely. Hagen Thompson gets a piece of it until Santi Tocolino takes it off him. Tocolino now switches to the near side. Nicely done. Will he go for the direct shot? He's going to lay this one up beautifully for Dormer. But the All Blacks also very good here in defence, shutting down that ball. In comes Crowder. Jason Crowder, what's he got up his sleeve? A nice little pass. Just didn't quite get the length he was hoping. And, of course, it's all about reading the play, anticipating where that ball might go. Tocolino once again in possession. Nice little lofted shot. Very, very deep. Looking for his number 3 for Dormer. Went for the under the neck shot. Tried to send it into another postcode. Didn't quite get there. And again, the All Blacks are on the move. Little near side backhand. Alejandro tries to control it. In comes Tocolino. And he's got Crowder sticking to him there. Nicely untangled. Crowder, but there's nobody there at the front door to play it to. Possibly now the All Blacks with Will Seville trying to keep the pressure on. They lose possession. And Santi Tocolino just trying to take the pace out a little bit. Picked up now on the far side there by Will Seville. Still Will. He's going to have to work this one a little bit himself because there's no one to play it to or run it himself. I think that's what he's going to try and do here. Nicely done. But he's up against Dormer. Still Seville. Until Crowder will come in. He's got Parrott on his right. Oh, nice little shot there by the number 4 by Hagen Thompson. And a nice little steal by Dormer. Trying to keep the pressure on. Tocolino will send that ball now. Then we could have a nice run here by Dormer. Trying to pick it up on the near side. Didn't make the contact, but he gets the support. I thought he was going to get the support there from Max Porter. He was in the right place. But, of course, when you're playing at this level with such talented guys, you need to be very, very quick. Your reaction time is, of course, a lot different than when you play at a low goal level. And this, of course, is going to be instrumental experience for all the 4 players from New Zealand. We've had the horn, 30 seconds or less, about 10 now remaining here in the first half. But I think both teams can be very happy with the way they've been playing so far. Little turnaround there, and Max Parrott gets the last shot before we go into the halftime break. I think, ladies, a round of applause is in order. Thank you very much. We will have a short break, and when we return, remember, Grand Champions Polo Club are leading 2-1 against the Polo All Blacks from New Zealand. Stay with us here on CTV Sports.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything that goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Gave me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
Welcome back, everybody. Once again, a warm welcome. Yep, the sun is definitely doing a very good job in burning away those clouds that we had earlier this morning. We even had a couple of little showers to start the day off. So let's hope we have a glorious Easter weekend, as well as a glorious and a very exciting second half. We are, of course, at Grand Champions Polo Club Field number 3, playing for the Grand Champions Cup 2026. We've got 4 young gentlemen out there from New Zealand for Grand Champions Polo Club in the white shirts. We've got Max Parrott at number 1 and Max Dormer at number 3. Max Dormer also having scored in that second chukka. Santi Tocolino playing the number 4 position, scored in the first chukka, and Sugar Erskine, of course, making up the 4th player in that team. Then the Polo All Blacks. We have Will Seville at number 1, the young man from New Zealand, as well as Hagen Thompson, who's had a couple of very good runs here in the first half. And then we've got our 2 superstars, Alejandro Navijo Estrada at number 3 and Jason Crowder at number 4. Please do not be confused by the fact that we've got 2 gentlemen wearing the number 4 shirt, Hagen Thompson and Jason Crowder. Alejandro, of course, the only man so far to score for the All Blacks. Your mounted official, Santos Anka. Play will resume where play ended at the end of that second chukka, i.e. at the end of the first half. 2-1, as I say, in favour of Grand Champions Polo Club. As Santos Anka lines them up, throws the ball back into play, and away we go. And just be reminded, please, that we will have the prize presentation right after this final, so do stick around for that. We have 2 horses that are going to be crowned as the best playing pony, one from the American Polo Horse Association and one from Grand Champions Polo Club, as well as an MVP. So stick around for that. But let's see now how the All Blacks, the Polo All Blacks from New Zealand, can possibly turn things around. They trail by 1 goal. Alejandro Navijo Estrada not able to take that a lot further. Nice little support there on the far side there by Will Seville. Broken play, and Grand Champions will very quickly turn things around. Santi Tocolino with a low ball into the open space. Very nicely done. Now, who has the lesser angle? Alejandro Navijo Estrada decides to let this one slide as Max Dormer tries to take it round. Dormer with a cut shot. He gets a nice piece of it, but is it far enough? And is it within the boundaries? No, it's definitely within the boundaries, but it just didn't have the length. Pressure, nice bit of pressure coming here from Max Parrott on Alejandro Navijo Estrada, but he just unloads a nice little pass towards the boards. And that ball will change its direction, of course, as it ricochets off the sideboards. Erskine with a nice little near side backhand, looking for Dormer. Dormer picks up on the near side. Well played. Again, the under the neck. Well done, Max. over to the far side, has to slam on the brakes, wants to finish what he started, didn't have a lot of angle or a lot of goal to shoot at, as Crowder will send Alejandro Navijo Estrada on his way. This could be a coast run, but he's got Tocolino to get past. Slams on the brakes a little bit, taking the pace out of the play. In comes the first challenge from Parrott. Now, everybody where they should be. Ball out to the left-hand side. Crowder could pick this one up. He will. Still Jason. Wants to get a little bit closer. Hammers a ball downfield. Goes out of bounds just on the near post here. A little unlucky. And looking at the clock, a little bit earlier than normal, but the boys are all in the far corner. We are going to have a very, very short break, a courtesy change. Stay with us. We'll be back within the next 45 seconds. Right, here we go. Then all players back on. Well, most of them, all of them on fresh ponies. And still no score here in Chukka number 3. Remember, we play a total of 4 chukkers. And any chance for especially Sugar Erskine and Sandy Tocolino to lend a helping hand and advise the youngsters where to be, how to play. I remember when I started playing, and there is really no shortcut. It's hours in the saddle. The more hours in the saddle you can spend, the better you inevitably will become, like you would in anything you do in life. So, nice ball up to the front door and a good pick up here by Parrott. Look at that pony open up for him. Max Parrott on the near side, corrects himself, plays it back to the stick side. Crowder comes in. Loose ball. Alejandro clears it. Sugar would have been there as the next player, and away we go with the All Blacks from New Zealand. Slightly overcooked that a little bit there by Hagen Thompson. Again, just a little anecdote from when I started playing. It was all about fast horse, slow mind, which is not that easy to do when you're going 40, 45 miles an hour. To keep a composed, calm mind is something, again, which comes from experience and from doing it. Nice little shot here under the neck. Powerfully played there by Max Dormer. Technically very, very strong. As I say, it just went wide. So they've definitely had plenty of good opportunities here, plenty of shots on goal. Alejandro will knock that ball back into play. Just a little touch, but straight into the lap now. Then they're coming straight into the commentator's booth. And the 2 young lads here from New Zealand battling it out. It'll be Will Seville up against Max Dormer. Oh, he's done very well here. Just slightly overcut it a little bit. Will he go for the under the neck? He's going to give it a crack. And that's definitely an A+ for effort there. Well played indeed. Hagen Thompson just not getting the reward after all that hard work. So, ball over the back line. Grand Champions Polo Club once again in possession. Straight down the middle. Picked up by Max Parrott. He knows he's got two defenders coming at him. Crowder and Alejandro. Maybe one too many. Broken play. Alejandro will turn things around. He'll be looking for his number 2, Will Seville. He was at the front there waiting for that ball to come through. So the Polo All Blacks doing a fantastic job here. And that was, a little bit unlucky. This is what I was talking about anticipating the play and where to be. Erskine will take the pace out a little bit. He's got Tocolino behind him. He might leave it for Santi. That's exactly what he does. Will chase his own ball up against Crowder. Crowder nearly got it. Well, he did get away with it. A little backhand shot. Who can turn on it first? Erskine. Sugar takes it out to the left-hand side. Goes for the direct hit. And that just went wide. But a nice play here by Grand Champions Polo Club. Let's have a look at the clock. We're down to the last few seconds before the first horn here in Chukka number 3. Remember, they will be playing a 4th and final Chukka. And that will bring us to the end. So just been beaten by the clock. So still 2-1. No score here in Chukka number 3. We're going to have a very short break. Stay with us at Chukka 4 and the final Chukka of the Grand Champions Cup 2026 coming up here on CTV Sports. Wow, here we are then. Welcome back. Chukka number 4 about to start. We had a goalless third Chukka, so that's definitely a positive for the Polo All Blacks. They conceded 2 goals in the first 2 chukkers, scored 1 in the first. So they've done a very good job here at keeping Grand Champions Polo Club at bay and not allowing them to increase their scoring and their lead. So it's all going to come down to chukker number 4, in which the Polo All Blacks need a quick score, ideally, to get the equaliser, and then we should have an exciting final chukker here for the Grand Champions Cup 2026. Play will continue where that last chukker ended, and it's a knock-in for the Polo All Blacks. Alejandro Navijo Estrada gets things underway. Ball didn't quite make it over the halfway line. Tocolino will allow Crowder to get possession here, and that ball will go from Crowder to Alejandro. Erskine tried to intercept, and that's a very nice pass up to the front door. Looking now for the number 2 for Will Seville. Didn't quite get to it. Nicely cleared by Dormer, right in on the doorstep there of his own goal mouth. Tocolino leaves that one behind. Alejandro Navijo Estrada goes for the slight little under the neck shot. In comes Parrott. Leaves it for Tocolino. Santi. Teed it up nicely there. And what a perfect pass. What a great pass. I'm sure you would have liked to have done more with that, Max Parrott. In comes Dormer. A little cut shot now by Hagen Thompson over on the far side. So the young boys from New Zealand getting a lot of touches here. Down comes the hammer from Crowder. Near side backhand shot. And that ball seems to have disappeared, or we have a buried ball. And it's going to continue with a very quick knock-in or a hit from the spot. Santi Tocolino looking for Max Parrott at the front door. In comes Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Playing it round the bend there. Everything on the near side. Crowder with a perfect pass to Alejandro. A bouncing ball. He picks it up nicely, but he's got Parrott coming with him. In comes Seville. Good touch from Will. Second, also good. Now he's got to open up that pony. Will Seville. That ball seems to be going. Still in play. Little unlucky there for Will Seville. Denied a goal on that play. And here comes Grand Champions Polo Club one more time. Yeah, you won't be happy with that, Max Parrott. Alejandro. He'll be taking aim. He'll be looking to play it down the middle for the number 2, the deflection. Otherwise, that ball would have gotten through to Will. And now Tocolino with a nice little drive. Gets a hook. Unlucky there, but well played by Hagen Thompson, hooking Max Dormer. And this could be dangerous. Good run here by Hagen. A little unlucky there, not able to finish what he started. Well, hang on. There's Will on the near side. And has that gone through? We'll wait for the umpire to raise his hand, but he's making his way back to the halfway line. So Will Seville picking up goal number 2 as they make their way back to the halfway line. So we have an equaliser with 3 minutes left on the clock. And that whistle, which is imminent, there it is. We'll leave the clock at 2:58. So the final courtesy change. Stay with us. We will be back in just a matter of seconds. What? Yeah, no, you won't. So players very quickly coming back out. There's a real sense of momentum going on within both teams. And And what a great little play there. Will Seville staying with his man, staying focused, and picks up the equaliser. It's 2 goals apiece. And we've got just a little under 3 minutes remaining here in the fourth and final chukker. And Santos Anchor throws the ball back into play. And this could be instrumental in winning the throw-in. Grand Champions have won it. The backhand shot coming. Picked up once again by Hagen Thompson. But he won't get past Santi Tocolino that easily. Tocolino sends one down the field. And that one looked like it went out on the near side post here. So the Polo All Blacks will have possession one more time. And I'm sure they'll be keeping a very close eye on the clock. 2:20 as Alejandro Navijo Estrada. A lot of space here on the near side as Jason Crowder will be looking to play that ball up to the number 2 to Will. Seville didn't quite go through. Nicely done there by Sugar Erskine. A very nice little backhand shot. Yeah. And this young man been very, very strong. Max Dormer. And a nice little pickup now by Max Parrott. Parrott on the direct route to goal. Slightly overcooked it. Little unlucky. And I'm sure both Maxes will know how to maybe get a little bit more precise. But they are playing so well. All 4 of the young lads from New Zealand. Alejandro Navijo Estrada for the All Blacks. Another knock in. Crowder wants to extend it. Sends Hagen Thompson up field, but he's got Dormer on his hip. So the 2 boys from New Zealand battling it out. Oh, he did very well to get a piece of that as he tries to centre it. No mistakes, but Dormer. Oh, this is elegance and motion here by the young player from New Zealand. Little under the neck shot. Well done, Max Dormer. And he got a little lucky. He's got the ball again. A monster shot here from Dormer. He's just going to hold back here and see if Max Parrott can pick this up. Dormer with the finish. Trying to put a little bit too much power in that. Let's have a look at the clock. We're down to 30 seconds remaining. There's the first horn. Well, that, of course, would be a very nice way to end this game with a draw, but we might just see another shot on goal coming here for Grand Champions Polo Club. And there it is, Santi Tocolino, right in the nick of time, picks up the winner, making it 3-2. But that was just a little bit unlucky for the All Blacks. So well done, Santi Tocolino. And with that, we'd like to congratulate, of course, all 8 players, but the winners of the Grand Champions Cup are, of course, Grand Champions Polo Club with Max Parrott at number 1, Max Dormer at number 3, Sugar Erskine, and Santi Tocolino, who there scored the winning goal. But commiserations, and what a great fight they put up, as to be expected from the Polo All Blacks. Will Seville, Hagen Thompson, Alejandro Navijo Estrada, and Jason Crowder. The boys are shaking hands, and I'm sure, and they can, rightly so, both feel as winners of this game. We will have a very short break. Stay with us. The prize presentation of the Grand Champions Cup coming up after these few words. Once again, a very warm welcome. Great to have you with us. If you're still watching, of course, on CTV Sports, thank you very much for staying with us for the prize presentation. Players are making their way up onto the podium, and we are delighted, very delighted to have a young lady all the way from New Zealand who is going to help us with the prize presentation. If I could ask the lovely Emma Dormer, please, to take centre stage up on the podium. Thank you very much. Director of Operations, Juan Bellini, will tell you and show you where to go. We're waiting for one more player from the Polo All Blacks. As we're waiting for him, we're going to start with the two best playing ponies of this, the Grand Champions Cup 2026. We're going to start with the American Polo Horse Association best playing pony. Can I ask you to please give a round of applause? Please bring her forward. J.M. Lola. Please bring her forward. She was ridden by Santi Toccolino, owned by the Santa Rita breeding operation, and Gonzalo and Noel are the two young gentlemen there who look after that pony on behalf of all the grooms. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a round of applause. American Polo Horse Association best playing pony, J.M. Lola, and the man who rode her, Santi Toccolino. Well, as I said, we have another best playing pony, and that is of the Grand Champions Polo Club. Please step forward and give a round of applause for Ensenada Modelo, ridden by Alejandro Novillo Estrada, who is, of course, right there with his pony. Ariel, the young man looking after her. Thank you, Ariel. And, of course, also owned by the Santa Rita breeding operation. So once again, on behalf of all the grooms, thank you very much for all the hard work you, of course, do behind the scenes. Right then, Emma, I hope you're ready. We're going to start, of course, with the runners-up. Even though I'm sure you'd agree it was a very, very close match. They're both winners. We're going to start with the runners-up. The Polo All Blacks, please step forward with the number 2. And a round of applause for Mr. Will Sewell. Well done, Will. And then we're going to go straight to the number 3 position. And that, of course, is Mr. Alejandro Novillo Estrada. Well done, Alejandro. And then we did have, as I said, 2 gentlemen with the number 4. We're going to start with our guest from New Zealand. Played a cracking game, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up one more time for Hagen Thompson. Well done, Hagen. And last, but by no means least, our very own Mr. Jason Crowder. Well done, Jason. Well played. And now over to the winners of the Grand Champions Cup 2026. They are, of course, Grand Champions Polo Club. Please step up with the number 1, Max Parrott. Well done, Max. At number 2, a crowd favourite. Always great to see him in the saddle. The one and only Stuart, a.k.a. Sugar Erskine. Well done, Sugar. And I'm sure Emma will be very proud to present this to her very own Mr. Max Stormer, coming in at number 3. Well done, Max. And at number 4, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Servangola, that is Santiago Toccolino. Well done, Santi. Now, before we present that beautiful trophy, Emma, we have, of course, the MVP award. And the MVP of the Grand Champions Cup 2026, I think you're going to like this, goes to Mr. Max Dormer. Well done, Max. Little picture there with Mum. Well done. Thank you very much. And now, of course, the moment that Grand Champions Polo Club be waiting for. A big thank you as they exit the stage left. The Polo All Blacks, well done, guys. Well played. And I'm sure a moment that they will remember for the rest of their lives. Their polo careers at this young age have only just started. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a big round of applause for the winners of the Grand Champions Cup 2026. Grand Champions Polo Club, Max Parrott, Max Stormer, Sugar Erskine and Santiago Toccolino. A big thank you to everybody making this happen. And we'd like to say farewell and hope to see you back here, all the boys and the crew from New Zealand. Remember, the action continues tomorrow here at Grand Champions Polo Club at 4 o'clock, the final of the Palm Beach Open. We hope to see you either down here. If not, make sure you tune in to CTV Sports. From all of us here, wishing you a happy Easter, an enjoyable weekend. And we'll see you back here at CTV Sports or at Grand Champions tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock. Thank you.